Andrew Wolstenholme, you're the co-chair of the Construction Leadership Council. We're talking about the Infrastructure Carbon Review. Why is reducing carbon central to the CLC's future strategy?
Well, I think two reasons. The first one is that 53% of all the carbon that is expended across the whole of the UK is related to the infrastructure, to the built environment that we have. And that's something, therefore, that we have to tackle. We can't ignore this as a problem.
Right.
I'd say the second reason is that if we want to attract a generation of skills that are going to be the future leaders, they get this subject. Intuitively, they understand much more about green, about carbon, about the environment. If we want to attract those people, then we have to make this central to our future agenda.
But of course, in your day job as Chief Executive of Crossrail, reducing carbon is also about reducing costs. Is that important to you as a client?
Of course it's important. So you can start from the other end of the scale. Actually, to make an economic profit in the future is also to make a return on carbon reduction. And there's no coincidence that if you look at our rolling stock, for instance, where 80% of its energy footprint is around the long-term operation. So we need supply chains, we need leaders, we need business models, we need to be able to procure solutions from our supply chain that gives us a lower carbon solution through construction and also a lower carbon solution through the life cycle of that asset.
We've heard a lot today when we were talking about the Infrastructure Carbon Review about leadership and how important leadership is in really driving this message of low carbon, low cost. Are we getting there in construction? Are we actually becoming a, I suppose, more grown-up industry?
I think we are. I think the commentators would say that in many areas we lead the world, but that isn't good enough. I've described ourselves as a sleeping giant. How can we join all the areas of best practice together to have an innovation, to have a transformational breakthrough in providing better economic output, more profits for a supply chain, more sustainable solutions, things that will attract the next generation of leaders and help us to be able to export internationally.
So, Construction Leadership Council, Sustainability and the Green Construction Board is one stream. What for you does success look like after your 2-year term leading the Construction Leadership Council?
There's a document that we wrote with government 2 years ago called Construction 2025. It has some very aggressive, it has some very ambitious targets around reducing costs, reducing time to market, and reducing our carbon footprint. We need to be an organisation that brings the sector together, that works with government, that works with the clients and supply chains, and creates an environment where this output is possible. It needs strong leadership, it needs courage, it needs belief in what we can do. And I think that if we sit here in 2 years' time, then we'll be sitting along those other giant sectors, automotive and aerospace, who collaboratively work together, who match fund innovation money, who increase the spend on R&D, and who have a fantastic platform to export. That's the sector that we can be. I believe we have a journey that can do that, and I think the Construction Leadership Council and the Green Construction Council sits at the heart of that.
And that's also about making sure that construction is, I suppose, the most exciting place to work.
We have to get people to believe that you don't just have an exciting career if you go to Rolls-Royce, or you go to Apple, or you go to a Formula One team, let's say McLaren. So you actually want to come to construction because we research, we develop, we innovate. Every day is different. We have aspirations beyond just landing assets on this planet. We care about the societal output. That will attract more people, a more diverse workforce, and it will retain it in a way that we're not able to at the moment.
Anthony, thank you very much.
Thank you.